Good YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to you with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there forever. And we're gonna talk about how them Clippers had another tough game, but they figured out how to win it and get it done in the game again. So they won 119 to 108. Clippers go to 34 and 32 and 19 and 13 at home. They 2 games above 500 now after that 6 and 21 start. The Bulls go to 27 and 40 and 11 and 22 on the road. And the season series was tied because the Bulls beat them already and the Clippers just beat them today. And that means they don't play again into next season. And the Bulls should be happy that they didn't get swept in the season series. Clippers won the first quarter 33 to 28. They won the second quarter 30 to 29. They won the third quarter 29 to 28, and the fourth quarter 27 to 23. So the Clippers was able to best them every single quarter to be able to win by 11. Matas Buzelis kept firing even into the fourth quarter, but he went 2 of 10 from 3. And then he finished 6 of 8 from the field because he was able to get to the basket. And that also helped him get to the free throw line where he went 4 of 4. He had 11 rebounds. That's a double-double. 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 3 offensive boards, 1 personal foul, and a minus 10 in plus minus. Leonard Miller, 36 minutes, 14 points, 6 of 14 from the field, 0 of 5 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 8 rebounds for him, 3 assists, no turnovers, 2 steals, 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and a minus 13 in plus minus. He can score by the basket. He can score outside. Not so much in this one, but we'll see what he does in the other one. That's the other games coming up for the season. Nick Richards was battling in the boards. He finished with 8, and 3 of them was offensive, but he didn't do a good job of finishing around the rim. And sometimes he didn't even secure the basketball. He was just tapping it. But he ended up going 3 of 10 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line, and he finished 3 of 4 from the free throw line. He's one of those guys where you just want to see him continue to improve, even as a defender and as a rotator and as a finisher. He's a little, he got to be polished up a little bit more offensively. 1 assist, 1 turnover. He did have 3 blocks, 3 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and a minus 1 and plus minus. Trey Jones, 30 minutes, 21 points. He went 10 of 11 from the field, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. He just was really good at attacking in this one. And you don't really see people shoot that well from the field, especially as a perimeter player, but he was able to get it done. 1 rebound, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 3 personal fouls, and a minus 23 and plus minus. Josh Giddey, 39 minutes, that ended up being the most on the team. 20 points. He was hitting his threes. He was getting to the basket. He's a really good player. He can really do a lot of things for you, and he did that by going 8 of 20 from the field, 4 of 11 from 3, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists. That's a triple-double. He was finding his teammates in the paint at the three-point line in transition. He's just a good passer. He keeps his head up, and he understands how to run the team. 2 steals in the block, and he also had 2 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, was a minus 1 and plus minus. Yabusele was letting it fly from 3, but it ended up working out for him. He went 3 of 3 from 3, 4 of 6 from the field. He did have 11 points. He had 2 rebounds and a turnover, 2 personal fouls, and was a minus 9 and plus minus. Patrick Williams, 23 minutes, 2 points. He ended up making his free throws. He also went 0 of 6 from 3 and 0 of 7 from the field. He had 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, and 3 blocks. The 3 blocks ended up being the most on the team, tied with Nick Richards. But he came off the bench and played less minutes, so that's what make it even better. 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, and a plus 3 and plus minus. Aldridge, no minutes played for him, just a couple of seconds. He didn't do anything because of that. And then Rob Dillingham, is good to see him getting double figures again. 24 minutes, most off the bench. He had 12 points. He went 5 of 9 from the field, 2 of 3 from the three-point line. He getting that speed and quickness, getting to the basket, getting them jump shots to fall. Just want to see it more. Just because you did it in a couple games, people going to want to see you do it in a couple more. And you have a lot left of the season to do it. So it's just good that he's starting to put in the work, starting to see better results, even though he had to change teams. 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 2 offensive rebounds, 4 personal fouls, and a plus 2 and plus minus. Yuki, 4 minutes. He didn't do anything but finish as a minus 3 and plus minus. And then you look at the Los Angeles Clippers. They was led by Kawhi Claw Leonard again, 33 minutes, 28 points, 8 of 22 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3, 10 to 12 from the free throw line. He did a good job of finishing, did a good job of pulling up. Um, he ended up having 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 turnovers, and a steal. 2 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and a +3 and plus minus. Not his most efficient night. He did try to switch it up a lot, even getting to the basket, even trying to find a way to force them to make decisions defensively that they might not want to make just to be able to stay in front of them or guard them. But that can also come with misses. Derrick Jones Jr., 34 minutes, 10 points. He went 4 or 5 from the field, 1 or 2 from 3, and 1 or 2 from the free throw line. He had 6 rebounds and 3 assists. No turnovers, 2 steals, and 3 blocks. 2 offensive rebounds, 1 personal foul, and a +10 and plus minus. I like what he did. He can fill up the stat sheet, and he is a good lanky guy that uses athleticism on both ends of the court, and he does make winning decisions and winning plays, and he did a lot of that tonight. Brook Lopez got in double figures. He played 31 minutes at 11 points. He scored a lot of his points at the basket, but he also made a 3. Then he missed the rest. He had 7 rebounds, which was tied for the most on the team with Isaiah Jackson, who came off the bench. He also had 2 assists and 5 blocks. Now, Brook Lopez is still big. He still is long and tall, and he's really strong. So if you're trying him or you testing him, he still can time it and get you. He had 3 personal fouls and was a +4 and plus minus. Chris Dunn, 29 minutes, 8 points. He ended up scoring the least amount of points and was the only guy not scoring double figures in the starting lineup for the Clippers tonight. He did go 4 of 11 from the field and 0 of 4 from 3. That didn't help, but at least he took good looks, and then he set up his teammates with 6 assists, not turning it over at all because he just made the pass that was there. And sometimes it can be just that simple and just that easy to do. 4 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 offensive board, no personal fouls, and a +12 and plus minus. Kobe Sanders, 26 minutes, 11 points, 4 of 8 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3. He had 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, and a steal. 3 personal fouls and was a +2 and plus minus. He ended up missing a lot of shots in this one, but he still ended up shooting a good enough percentage. 2, I just liked the shots he was taking, so that's the best part of his night, besides helping on the boards and playing a little defense. And then Benedict Mathurin, he's going to take a lot of shots, but he's capable of having big nights. And 26 points in 28 minutes is one of them nights that's really good. 10 to 19 from the field, 1 to 5 from 3, 5 or 6 from the free throw line. He ended up having 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, and a steal. 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, and a -2. And plus minus. Jordan Miller, 27 minutes, 14 points, 6 of 13 from the field. He missed his only 3. He went 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He was really just being a force offensively and just being strong when he had the ball, even near the basket. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, still in the block. 1 offensive rebound, no personal fouls, and a +11 and plus minus. Isaiah Jackson, 17 minutes, 8 points. He went 4 or 5 from the field. All finishes around the basket, although he did go 0-2 from the free throw line. He still had a good night because of those boards that I mentioned before, which was 7, 2 assists, and he did get 2 blocks. Got to protect the paint if you're in there. At least you got to try to do it. 3 offensive boards, 1 personal foul, and a +7 and plus minus. And Batum got open. He made a 3, missed other 2, but he also kept the ball moving and just said, if I don't got a shot I like, I'll find another guy that might get a good look, and we'll see what happens when he does. And they ended up making a couple of shots when he gave it to him. 3 rebounds and a block. 48% from the field is the Clippers tonight as a team. 44 for the Bulls. 28% from 3 for the Clippers. 29 for the Bulls. 24 free throws attempted by the Clippers. They shot 75%. Only 13 taken by the Bulls. They shot 92% though, but that is 11 difference, and the Clippers shot way more, so it kind of balanced itself out. 46 rebounds for the Clippers, 48 for the Bulls, 28 assists for the Clippers, 23 for the Bulls, 6 turnovers for the Clippers, 13 for the Bulls, 8 steals for the Clippers, 5 for the Bulls, 12 blocks for the Clippers, 7 for the Bulls, 10 offensive rebounds for the Clippers, 12 for the Bulls. Both teams had 36 defensive rebounds, 13 personal fouls for the Clippers, 19 for the Bulls. And it ended up being a game where the Clippers was able to play real well, especially in the mid-range and in the paint. And like I said, the free throws helped too. And then, they ended up getting the blocks. That was a big difference in the game too, protecting the paint and using that as a way to be able to score on the Knicks possessions. And it was a close game, some of it, and the Clippers just had the better offensive players in the tougher situations. And like I said, they did make it tough. The Bulls did fight. They did do what they could to make it interesting, and their defense ended up being one of the reasons why they didn't come through. And I feel like they was clawing and scrapping as much as they could. It's just the Clippers had better scores, and then they also knew how to get the shots that they wanted. And then they also found their teammates just a little bit more than the Bulls for better looks. And they also did, like I said, a little bit more defensively. And sometimes that's all that really matters. Just making sure you get the steal, making sure you get the block. That makes you get the chance to put the score lead up more. And the more you lead by, the easier it is, and the less pressure it is to win the game. And that ended up being so true for the Clippers tonight. And that's how they really got it done in this one. Comment, like, subscribe, share. Hit the notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today with more analysis.